It's time to take a moment to appreciate trees. Here is why. Nearly 400 million years ago, our Earth with no oxygen, no shade, no forests. Just barren land, lifeless rocks, and an endless expanse of shallow waters. A planet waiting for a green revolution that would transform everything. But how did trees emerge? How did they conquer the world and become the towering giants we see today? If you're curious to find out, type "tell me more" in the comments. And I'm here to clear all your doubts and give you mind-blowing knowledge about trees. By the end of this video, you'll not only thank me for explaining their incredible evolution but also thank the trees themselves for shaping life on Earth. From producing oxygen to creating entire ecosystems, these silent giants hold the power of life itself. The evolution of trees happened in 5 major phases. Phase 1, the dawn of green. Before trees existed, 400 million years ago, land was mostly bare, with tiny plants barely managing to grow along the edges of water. The air was filled with carbon dioxide, and the land was dry and lifeless. But then, something amazing happened. Plants developed lignin, a special substance that made their cell walls stronger. This allowed plants to grow taller for the first time. They no longer had to stay close to the ground. Slowly, early plants evolved into the first tree-like organisms, reaching for sunlight and spreading their roots deep into the soil. Phase 2, the first tree. It is 380 million years ago. Now, let's meet Archaeopteris, the first tree-like plant. It had real wood, real roots, and a massive impact on the planet. It wasn't just a plant, it was the beginning of something much bigger, the world's first forests. Forests were a game changer. Trees could now create shade, hold soil in place, and even change the atmosphere by releasing oxygen. These new environments made it possible for animals to move onto land, completely transforming life on Earth. Without these first trees, who knows if land animals would have ever thrived. Phase 3, the rise of supertrees. 300 million years ago, forests became massive, covering much of the planet. Trees over 100 feet tall, with thick, scaly bark. These trees absorbed huge amounts of carbon dioxide, making oxygen levels in the air much higher than today. The result? Giant insects. With so much oxygen, creatures like Meganura, a dragonfly the size of an eagle, could exist. The Earth was turning into a lush, oxygen-rich paradise. But then, disaster struck. Climate changes dried up the swamps, and the giant trees couldn't adapt fast enough. They began to die off, eventually becoming buried underground and transforming into coal, the same fossil fuel we burn today. Phase 4, the rise of modern trees. Over 200 to 100 million years ago. Here comes another game changer for tree survival, that is seeds. Seeds changed everything. Unlike spores, which needed water to spread, seeds could survive in drier climates, allowing trees to spread to new areas. By the time the dinosaurs were ruling the Earth, forests had grown all over the planet. Even when the dinosaurs went extinct, the trees survived. Phase 5, the flowering takeover. 100 million years ago to present. Flowering trees, also known as angiosperms, took over the world. Instead of relying on the wind to spread their pollen, these trees partnered with insects like bees, making reproduction much more efficient. These trees spread like wildfire. Oaks, maples, fruit trees, and palm trees quickly became dominant, creating the lush forests we see today. They provided food for animals, shade for other plants, and even resources for early human civilizations. Trees cover 31% of the planet's landmass. After surviving asteroid impacts, ice ages, and mass extinctions, trees now face their biggest threat: deforestation and climate change. Every year, over 15 billion trees are cut down, putting entire ecosystems at risk. Trees have stood tall for millions of years, shaping the world, giving us air to breathe, and asking for nothing in return. Yet, we often walk past them without a second thought. Next time you see a tree, pause, take a deep breath, and remember, it's been giving you life all along. Let's respect, protect, and cherish these silent guardians of our planet.